Okay, today we are going to be drawing a picture of the three little pigs. So you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil. The first thing you are going to do is you are going to draw 3 circles, or more like ovals, on your page. This is going to be the pigs' heads. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you are going to draw ears on all 3 of them. So I'm going to do little pointy ears that curve up, little point at the top, and then I'll just do a few lines inside their ears to make them look a little bit more three-dimensional. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 3 more ovals in the middle of their faces. And this is going to be their little snouts. And then inside I'll do 2 more ovals in each of them. I'll do smiles on all of them. And then each one is going to get 2 eyes. And I think for this I'm going to do little cartoon eyes. So I'll color that in. For each one, they each get the 2 little Google eyes. And then after I draw all of the Google eyes, I'm going to give them an eyebrow above each one. Curve it over. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw them wearing sweaters. And there's a reason why each one is wearing a sweater. So I'm going to start by doing kind of like a little neckline at the bottom of each of their heads, and this part would go over their neck. And then I'm going to start drawing the front part of their sweater. So I'm going to start by drawing a line down to about right there, and same on the other side. And I'm leaving a space for their arms right here. That's why it's blank. And then I'm going to draw another body on this guy, so I'm going to leave a little space again, and I'll draw down, and his arm is going to be going over, so I'm going to actually draw his arm first here, like that, and then finish drawing his body, and it'll go down to about right here. And then this middle guy, I'm going to draw his body, and it depends on if you want space in between the pigs or not. If you have them kind of close together, it's okay if they overlap a little bit. So I'll just kind of stretch his body out a little bit more. All right, and then I'm going to draw this guy with his arm kind of going down like that. I'll make the bottom of his sleeve, and then his arm will just kind of go like that. The middle guy, I'm going to have his shoulders going over, like his arms are going around his body. I'll just kind of stretch out his body a little bit more here. And then this guy in the back, his shoulder will just go over like that. Same with this guy, his shoulder will go over a little bit like that. And I'll just stretch out his sweater a little bit right there. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is give this guy a sleeve. So I'm going to draw a line going up, his arms going over like that, and then I'm going to draw a little extra piece of fabric at the bottom of his sleeves, kind of like the top here of the sweater, and then same with the bottom. I'm going to draw a straight line at the bottom. This will be the bottom of their sweater, and I'll draw another line going across for some extra detail that I'll show you in a minute. All right, now the very bottom part is going to be their legs. So I'm going to start by doing one leg going this way, another leg going this way. Same with this guy. He's got a leg going around this way. I'll round it off this way. This guy's kind of facing a little bit this way, so I'll do a longer stretched curve line like right there, and another one right here. And then I'm going to kind of draw the bottom of their, sort of like the bottom of their bellies. Here, here, and this guy is just kind of right over here. And then I'll have their legs go up and kind of attach like this, and then we'll draw their feet afterward. All right, so this guy, his leg, let's see, what did I do here? We'll have his leg going like that, like this. And then the very bottom we'll do their feet, and I do kind of like a little hoof here at the bottom. Nothing fancy. So it's like a pointed line, like you're writing a stretched out A right here for the bottom of their hooves. All right, so I'm going to do that on all of their legs. One more right here. Doot, doot. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing with their arms up here, the two that have their arms showing. So one there and one here. Okay, now I'm ready to draw the detail on their sweaters, and this is what, oh, and I can't forget their tails, my goodness. So this guy has a tail curling up right here. This one has a tail that's curling down right here, and then I'll just kind of go over it, make it a little bit wider like that. Same with this guy. So his is just curling up like that. Okay, now the first pig made his house out of straw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing little straw marks going across his sweater. It'll make it look like texture as well. And when I'm done, I'll definitely color this. But I'm going to do slow lines going across his sweater like this. And I want to take my time because the faster I go, I notice that my lines start to curve a little bit. So I want to take it nice and slow. There's no reason to rush. Put on some music. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with my lines. And then because this particular sweater is made out of straw, or what it's supposed to look like at least, I think I would color this like a light brownish or a yellowish color, and then obviously his body would be pink. So I'm going to continue drawing little wispy lines all the way to the bottom, and then the top of his sweater I'll just make a pattern, and I'll just do this same thing to all three of their sweaters and the bottom of their sleeves and also the bottom of their sweater down here. So I'll do that on all of them. While I'm in the groove, I'll just do it, get it over with, trying to keep it about the same distance. Want to get his sleeve too, and then both of their necklines, top of the sweater. Okay. Now this next guy, his sweater is made out of sticks or twigs. So I'm going to start drawing little twigs that are going kind of across, back and forth. I want this to look like wood. So his sweater is going to be full of sticks and twigs going across. And I'm just going to continue that until I have gone through and made lines on his whole sweater. I am going pretty fast, so I know that you'll take your time, make sure this looks really nice, and I'll have some lines going here. Notice on this one I want to make sure my lines are going horizontal, left and right, so that it looks a little different than his neighbor with the straw or the hay. I have those going up and down, vertical. Okay, so here is more sticks, and then as you can probably guess, this last guy's sweater is going to be made out of bricks. So I'm going to do a rectangle, 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 and then I'll just keep stretching it out. Now when I do my second layer of rectangles, I'm actually going to draw a line going across, and I'm going to do my bricks so that they are starting and ending right in between the ones I did before. So I'll draw another line going across. So instead of doing a line going up again, I'll just continue to do the opposite each time. So it looks like bricks that are laid to make a wall. All right, and then his sleeve, these bricks, I'll draw some lines, kind of stretching out here. And same sort of thing. So if I do a straight line there, I might make this just solid. Then another straight line here. So it looks like bricks going across. Okay. And then same thing right here. Finish it off. Okay. There we go. All right, and now you can color this however you want. What I like to do is I like to use crayons just because I like or colored pencils, but I'm going to use crayons because I like to shade in some extra detail. So if I'm going to draw his face pink, what I might do is make his little snout a darker pink so it stands out a little bit more. And same with his mouth. I think I might do that with a red, or just use the pink and do a darker pink. I think I want to give them darker noses here, and then if you want, you can even do like some rosy cheeks. Maybe you want to make the inside of his ear a little darker and the outside of his ear a lighter pink. Maybe you want to take your black crayon and go over some of the detail lines, like his eyebrows, maybe his eyes, make them stand out a little bit more. And then again, if this is straw, I probably would choose a color that looks the most like straw or hay. Color this in. I would probably do brown for the twigs, and then like a red for the bricks. And then I would color his legs and his hooves pink. And then you could choose whatever you want to do in the background. You could do a solid color like blue, or you could choose a green or an orange, something that would contrast some of the colors they're using here. I probably wouldn't do yellow if I'm drawing his sweater in yellow. I like to do shading when I color, so like maybe some of the parts are a little bit of a darker, while some are a little lighter, like his necklines maybe, like that. Might go back and do a little bit more shading with his face just to give it a little bit more depth. So I'm just going to take my time. I'm going to go through, give it lots of color, no white space, and at least 5 colors. First grade rule. All right, so now it's up to you to do any kind of details you want in the background and make it your own. All right, have fun with your 3 little pigs.